because it needs to be said. Again, I'm going to keep making videos about this as long as I keep seeing the examples of the same people over and over again repeating themselves in incidents or things that I could have possibly gotten involved with. I'll wait till some more people get in here, but I don't know how many fucking times I have to keep repeating it, but these people need to go. They need to be sent the fuck back. They can't be here doing this shit anymore. And more good Americans need to stand up. I'm not talking about the trucker convoy. I'm not talking about Trump supporters necessarily. Just good Americans. Yeah, I had a feeling they might have been, especially one particular dude. It didn't get brought up, but you could tell. You could tell. For sure. Yeah. DTM, what's going on? Yeah, and you know what? I told him off anyway. I don't give a fuck. There was actually one dude who came by. No, wait, I'll tell you how it started. There was someone who was like, I guess, I don't know, selling something outside of a store. I don't know. Referred to me as sir and stuff. I'm like, does it look like I want to be fucking called sir? Says, well, you look like a dude. But like continuing to be mouthy. You just shut your fucking mouth if you don't have anything to say that's worthwhile. Don't say anything. If you're having doubts about somebody, don't say anything. But they proceed to still say shit to me. I'm trying to go on my way. They kept mouthing off in the other direction. I literally ran after the fucking guy. Okay? I ran after him, and he was acting like a total pussy. But then when I got closer and closer, like, you come closer to me, I will fuck you up. I'm like, oh, really? Huh? Why don't you come at me then? So I stopped to kind of check him out a little more. Because, what's strange is you have to size them up a lot more. Another thing I told him. Oh, you'll see a sir if you want to see a sir, I promise. I look Mexican, well, so what? I look Middle Eastern more, but again, there's all different people in Mexico. If that's the point you're getting at. Yeah, I do, Michael Portnoy. I think there is going to be eventually. And it'll take someone brown skinned to talk about it. Well, I'm going to talk about this because it's indecency right now at this point. They're stepping over the line way too damn much. And yeah, I think these are alt-right Mexicans. I actually do. You know what I did? When I got so mad again at, because I kept bantering with them, if I couldn't hit this guy, I couldn't put my hand on him first or whatever. I hesitated because who knows, with a stranger sometimes. So what I did was I tried to rev him up for him to come to me. You know what I did? I called him a spick. So everyone could hear it. Don't mess with me. Because if I can't attack you physically, I'll attack you in another way to get you hurt and to get you sore. Trust me. Don't play with me. I'm not that person. And I kept telling him too. Don't play with me. And I'll come on someone's home turf and I'll say it. I'll come to Southern California and I'll literally call them a spick. Even though I might not be the majority over here. And they are. Think I care? I don't. Oh, and some other guy inserts himself in, okay? And says, that guy called you a spick. You're going to let him call you a spick? So then, it could have been the wrong one, but they pussied out at the end. That's my take, Jay Cordova. But anyways, no, I didn't. I haven't even gone there yet, Michael. I haven't even gone there. All right? Look. So, since this other guy comes in or whatever, real goofy looking fucking guy. Latino, and he had some kind of sunglasses on or some shit. Tried calling me a racist. And, he spit in my direction. Did not hit me, but he spit in my direction. But you know what would have happened if I had attacked him for that? Literally, if I had hit him and grabbed him for doing that, you know what would have happened? That other guy would have jumped me from behind because there were two of them there. So my hands were kind of tied at that moment. My hands were kind of tied right there. See, they can't fight 1-to-1. They have a gang mentality. Okay? He should have pissed me. What do you mean he should have pissed me? What? What are you talking about? He should have pissed me. I don't know. All right, well, that's good. I know you have problems. You see them in your own people and stuff. And it's good if you can actually be honest about it and say there are absolutely racist Hispanics who have a gang mentality 100%. And it's the biggest problem in America. Bigger than black people. Bigger. People want to say it's the ghetto blacks. Not really. Not from where I stand. And I never had problems with Asian people. Ever. Ever. And Indians too. Indians never say anything. You know? Your son is Mexican. Okay. I'm disgusting. Why am I disgusting, Burger Boy? I'm disgusting? No. Burger Boy, you're out. That's uncalled for that you're actually doing that. Burger Boy, you are a fucking turncoat is what you are. You fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. I'll say whatever I want with no apologies, bitch. You're not Hispanic, so what the fuck is it to you? They don't have your back. You're a simp. You're a fucking simp, Burger Boy. You are a total simp. You don't even have my back on this issue. Because you know damn well, those ones would not have yours. We all know that for a fact. You know that. Now, Burger Boy, I didn't expect that from him. I did not fucking expect that from him. But Burger Boy, you just reveal yourself as a piece of fucking shit is what you just did. Alright? I didn't think you of all people would be doing this. I didn't think you of all people, because I'm not in the wrong. This motherfucker was a racist. So I was racist with him. Yeah, I was. And I wasn't even. I was just giving him a fucking taste of his own medicine. He wants to call me sir, Miss Genevieve. I have every fucking right to call him a spick. You're damn fucking right. I have every fucking right to call him whatever I want. If I'm not going to put a hand on him when I really want to fucking put a hand on him, but I don't feel like I can, I'm going to use my mouthpiece to fucking get to him. You're damn right I'm going to. And you know something? They were kicking themselves later on. How they let me get away. And I'm still here. No bruises, no nothing. You see how that works? You see how that works? I don't know what it is, Burger Boy. All right? I don't look things like that up. You really, Burger Boy, you disgust me totally. You are fucked up. Totally. You don't have my back at all, and you just turned on me like that. There's racists in every race, but why is it overwhelmingly showing up as Mexican? Why are they all showing up overwhelmingly in high numbers? More than anybody else. More than anybody else, Jay Cordova. I'm only reporting on the truth. I'm only reporting on my truth. So if it would have been a black man, I would have called him the N-word. How do you know that? Do you have any proof? I don't have problems with black people, so it's not. Okay? So you're just trying to incite something else is what you're trying to do here. All right? It is overwhelmingly Mexicans and Trump supporters. Yes. These particular ones were Trump supporters. So you're telling me that I'm racist for calling out a Trump supporter? No, I'm not. I'm calling out the bigots. You know, if I have to fight fire with fire, so be it. So be it. Literally told me to stop pretending to be a woman. You know how hurtful that is to somebody? That they can't mind their fucking business? Well, Jay Cordova, I'm telling you, It all goes hand in hand. Mexicans who are Trump supporters are typically racist. You don't know that? Am I like hitting a nerve there now? Huh? Am I hitting a nerve there? Yeah, I did. And I don't apologize one bit for it, Philly girl. I don't apologize one bit for it. At all. They want to get in my face, they're going to find out sooner or later that I don't fuck around. Or I'm going to get them with my mouth if I don't get them physically. That's it. I'll push them over the edge. That's how they want to fucking play with me because they try to push me over the edge here. Yeah, well, the ones bored here act like illegals sometimes, too. That's one thing you got to get through. There was actually a girl who was very nice on the phone with me one time. Okay? And she happened to go back to Mexico. So the good ones don't even stay. The good ones leave and go back to Mexico. Not the bad ones. I talked to a girl who had an accent and who moved back to Mexico, but she once lived in America, and she was a nice girl. Okay? But she went back to Mexico. I would have kept her, but she went back, of all people. So you still got American-born ones, too, who act just like they're fresh off the boat. Yes. Yes. And it's a problem. Especially when they're voting for Trump and acting bigoted towards gender and shit. And my gender and what I want to be called. You're not honoring me, and you're not a real patriot, apparently, Philly girl. Because we have domestic terrorists. I called him a misogynist. I called him a racist. I called him every fucking name I could. I called him every name I could. I can do this really good. Don't call me dude. You're out of here. Nah, you're not going to call me dude on here, Philly girl. You're not going to keep referring to me like that, fucking cunt. You think about what the fuck you're doing. You're on my channel. You're on a boss's channel right now. I'm not a pushover. And you all seem to think I'm a pushover. Still, despite the fact that I still speak up on everything. ABC Los Angeles. Is this the real ABC Los Angeles? We would like to interview us. Well, I'll go on there and I'll speak about this very thing. If you're the real ABC 7 Los Angeles. Did you get note of anything that happened? Did anyone go to the news? What happened? Oh. Because I do. I believe that they are. And even someone else said that they could be all right too. I believe it. I believe it. You know? I've seen too many of their types. You know? I have. Alright. It's wrong for them to say. I can see where it comes. They don't bother me. You'll have our own. Alright, Jay Cordova. Alright. Fair enough. This is your one chance. Yeah, I'm going to be. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to get in on that either. Well, I've been here 15 years. I think I deserve it more than anybody. Don't you think? I've been on this website, what, 15 fucking years now? Uh-huh. No. No, you're out of here, Sean. Sean? You're out of here. You know, I can do it in style. In my defense, when I use the word spick today on him, I can also say, you're the one who's bigoted. I could put it back on them. You're the one who's bigoted, and you're the one who lives in the 1920s. So therefore, I'm justified in the name of progress to call you whatever I feel like calling you, because obviously you're not respecting what I want to be called and not what I want to be called. You keep doing it anyway, so I'm going to do it to you. Yeah, they didn't live this down today. I knew it's in the back of their head. That one got away today. Oh, I'll tell you how it ended, though. There was a third guy, I guess, who knew this guy, right? And said, "It's not worth it, man. Come on. It isn't worth it. It isn't worth it. Just step away, will you? Come on." A third guy. After I was, yeah, like when he was in the picture, I said, "This fucking guy's trying to bully me," is what he's trying to do. I told this other guy and stuff like that. And then he ended up talking to the guys like, "Come on, leave. It isn't worth it. Come on." Thanks, Shane. You want to publish this story? Well, come on, ABC Los Angeles. I'll talk about this epidemic all across the country throughout my travels I faced in Florida, Denver, and Las Vegas, and now this most recent case here in Orange County. About Mexican Latino racism going on all throughout the West. It's worse than black racism. It's worse than black on black crime. It's worse than anything. I mean, this is the hot button issue in America. Plus, we have that Dallas, Texas incident that happened recently. I'll talk about that too, where this woman harassed an Indian woman and ended up hitting her and happened to be of Hispanic descent. So I will be talking about these savages when I come on your show. I will be talking about these savages when I come on your show, ABC 7 Los Angeles. I'm looking forward to that. I'm very looking forward to that. And I'll get votes. I'll get votes. Just hope. To all you people out there who hate me now, okay? You don't think I'm going anywhere. You think I'm a loser. You think I have no chance, right? You think I have absolutely no chance to pull myself out of this at all, right? And it's slim. I'm going to say I'm up against some pretty tough odds to get out of my situation. But these people get everything when they come here. They get freebies. They get all kinds of things. And other Americans aren't getting these things, okay? But they're getting tons of freebies. It's about time other people who are at least brown-hued speak up about it in some form, that are noticing this, okay? I never have problems with any other people. I don't have problems with Middle Eastern people. I don't have problems with Asians. I don't have problems with black people. But these people and some racist whites maybe once in a great while come along. But that's about all. That's about all I face. I mean, from anyone else, it's overwhelmingly been Mexican. It's crazy why that is, because they were the most discriminated group in America at one friggin' time. They're like the Irish. It's like when the Irish became white. Now they're getting too big for their britches. That's what's going on here now. It's like when it reminds me like when the Irish became white. You know, they were indentured servants for a while, and then they finally moved up, and then they became cops, and then they kept the so-called Negro in line by catching them whenever they would escape, and that's what happened. And then they became white through that kind of an opportunity, you could say. But there was one time an Irish person was lower than a black person. Actually, they were comparable. But I remember there was a quote that said, the black Americans at least keep their homes cleaner than Irish people do. So they were even higher on the list than Irish people were at this time. But black people have faced systemic oppression throughout time. There might have been times where they were a little bit above new groups, but then those new groups rose above them. It's what ended up happening every time. And this is what happened to black Americans in this country, if we're going to talk about race. There were times where they were ahead of the new people, but then the new people got ahead of them. So throughout history, black people have not really caught in a break, in my eyes. Then there's other groups. There might be Asian blacks, maybe like Polynesians, certain others. But no, the only ones I have the most problems with really are Mexicans and white trash. Whenever I meet white trash, that's really it. But it's still pretty big. That's why, if I can, I try to avoid areas where the demographics favor those too. So I don't get into as much trouble. You know what I mean? This is what my nomadic living has been like, to try to get away from certain people, or at least certain types of a variation. Maybe if there's better Hispanics in an area, I'm more inclined to go over there than with the scummy Hispanics. Assume that's the case, okay? Assume you got a little area that might actually be an okay area, but the majority isn't. We all know it's definitely not the majority. Um, so if I'm talking, I'm. Thank you, D Boss. Your favorite areas that are opposite. What do you mean? Travis Parks, whoever the hell. Queen of the Night. Welcome back in. Talking about a very hot button issue today. How I'm facing more problems. Yep. Today, if you go back in the video, I would discuss that on here. But I'm about to end the live stream soon. Who's Big A? What do you mean Big A? Who's that? Who the hell's Big A? Cheeky boy, thank you. Who the fuck is Big A? Big Al? Who's Big A? I don't know. I'm not beefing with anybody that I don't know. Come up to Los Angeles and we will pay for all the motels, the hotels, food, and amenities. We want you here for an in-person interview. Well, email me at meltonjohn@gmail.com. Okay, Melton John, okay? Smashed together at gmail.com. ABC7 Los Angeles, I guess, wants to write me. So email me at meltonjohn@gmail.com, because, yeah. Unless I can find your channel and it's a real... I don't need to do an apology video for anybody. I don't need to do it for anybody. I didn't do a goddamn thing wrong. And I don't even know who the fuck that is. You better explain yourself or you're going to be getting thrown out of here. Danny Forsett, whoever the hell you are. I know. Yeah, it might be a troll. I'm testing them. John@gmail.com. Okay? If you're really for real, write me and I'll check my mail after this. I have my window open to check mail over there now. All right, Queen of the Night, thanks for coming in here. All right, ABC lost. Okay. We'll find out. Reported for hate speech? Nah, well, you're reported. How about that? Harassment and bullying. You're harassing me. So I'm reporting you. How about that? Speaking is an effective, and they hate to be called a detergent. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Suspect he is a troll. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Because you never know. You just never know. Maybe they are following me. Maybe real life news agencies are following me. I don't know. Maybe someone is, because I mentioned this girl. Maybe they know me now. I don't know. Maybe they know me. Maybe this got... Maybe because I mentioned Ari. Maybe now ABC7 Los Angeles wants to hear a story or something. I don't know. Maybe they want to hear something out of me. I don't know. We'll find out. From his stats, I don't think so. Whose stats? What are you talking about? Whose stats? How many subs does that channel have? And are there any news videos on there? I just hate people who think they can push me around in some way. They think I'm going to be a pushover every fucking time they come at me. They're going to learn that I ain't. Every goddamn time. Yeah, well, I'm going to show all these people up and embarrass them. This is part of why I came out here anyway. And even if nothing happens, hey, at least it was a try. At least it was a good run that I made. You know? Michael Portnoy, stop asking, okay? Beggars won't get a wrench. Beggars will not get a wrench out here. So stop begging me for a wrench, damn it. And then I announced myself to the guy afterwards, okay? Before he ended up walking away or whatever, probably like 2 minutes before that, all right? Because of somebody else. I know, James Best is cool, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, okay, D-Boss, thanks for reminding me. But still, you never know, though. You just never know. With the way my channel's progressing, there could be a real news channel watching me. There could be. And now the idea's floating around out there. So if it was meant to do that, then maybe that was a good troll in a weird way. Maybe I could actually call that a good troll because it actually floated an idea out here. All right. Thanks. But that's it. I just need one. That's exactly right. Sometimes it just needs one. Takes one sometimes. And now how upsetting is to me when I see a lot of the same people. They look the same. They think the same. They act the same. It really spaces apart people who are actually unique and interesting. It spaces them apart when you got a bunch of like an alien race around you who many of them think the same way, talk the same way, speak another language, you know? And then it separates the actual interesting people out there that you could be running into when you go to the stores or when you go out. You know what I'm saying? And that's very frustrating. Because now actual human beings can't meet each other anymore. That's my issue more than anything. You want to talk about zombies? You want to talk about an alien race of people? That's it right there. That is it right there. I'm not. No, Danny, you're getting reported then. How about that? You're harassing me. So I am reporting you. How about that? I just reported you. Don't threaten me. An actual coconut. What's going on? An actual coconut. Describe your situation to me, huh? Do you have anything to add on anything? What is something you want to tell me about what we're talking about here? Huh? Kratom is bad. Kick that. Is my advice. Kratom is a drug. Kratom is a drug. So is the pothead community coming in here now? What's going on? Two people in a row. One person calls him a stoner, two stoned. Then a guy before that is addicted to kratom. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but uh, yeah, no trolling in here. Trolling's not allowed in here. Okay? No. I'm not a dude, number one. Out. Out. Dude is not my pronoun. Nobody's gonna call me that around here. Not sure who those ones are. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, they will, Michael. They will. I'll tell you what. I'll rent you, alright? You now have a wrench, alright? Now that you were quiet about it for a while. It is kind of hot here, yeah. I mean, it's more breezy, but again, it's like I'm not getting much of the breeze sitting here like this. I'm not. It's almost like it's hitting me, but I'm not absorbing any of it. I must still have a lot of that heat in my system or something. So I'm not absorbing a lot of it. I caught over. All right. Cool. Hey, when I was younger, I'll tell you a story. I had classmates who were Italian of mine, okay? They heard my last name being called in attendance, and they literally thought I was Mexican. They literally thought I was Mexican. Like it was not even a possibility my last name was an Italian last name. They're like, it's Mexican, Nacho Grande. It's Mexican. This was back in 1997. It was definitely stigmatized, even in the Northeast, to be compared to a Mexican. They even knew that, even though there wasn't that many up there, you know? And we're talking back at that time, even. So they first heard my last name. One kid was like, Grande. That sounds like something I get at Taco Bell. So these Italian classmates of mine called me a Mexican, and one of them was darker and uglier and shorter than me. That's what the friggin' irony was. It was their way to differentiate me because they didn't think I was one of them, okay? It was pretty much their way to put me in another box, you know? Even though I might have looked very similar, or I had the similar tone, or even lighter than a few of them. Well, less swarthy, but they still noticed me as something not like them. It was crazy. And there might have been another kid too. They actually believed it when they talked, and I think all these kids believed I was a Mexican. A 6'4" standing Mexican at that. So see how funny this shit actually gets? The one Mexican in the school assumed that's me. Stands 6'4". I mean, it's just a mistaken Italian. I'm talking about my problems with Mexicans recently, but I'm also reflecting back to a time when I was called a Mexican also by a few Italians who were classmates of mine. He was Sicilian. How did you know that, Jackie? And Sicilians didn't see me as one of them either. They didn't. There was even division with Italians growing up, too. Sometimes there was. Now I got why a few aunts in my family didn't think very highly of Sicilians. Actually, I had an aunt that said Sicilians are the lower class. I don't really like them very much. They don't have a very good image. My aunt said that. And now I guess that buck has been passed to Mexican people due to my problems. Now I'm dealing with Mexicans. It's actually crazy. I never thought back when I was 17 I'd be here at 41 years old dealing with bigoted Mexicans. When I had other Italians who were that way growing up, side by side with me. I know. And they thought I was a Mexican. I tried to tell them, no, it's Italian. It's Mexican. That's how it went down. And meanwhile, that kid was like this. I got him in a lighthearted moment, and he confessed that his classmates called him a nickname named Sped Boy. So he was just passing it on to me what other people were calling him, and he that's how he went at me. Or whatever. How old was I? I was about 17, 18 at that time. We're talking 1997 here. Was when this was. Did it? I don't know. It might have. I can't tell. I can't tell. I cannot tell. But I'll be damned if I'm going to let someone walk all over me by telling me that they think I'm still a dude and I'm pretending to be a woman here. Well, if that be the case, Mexican people of the West Coast or California or wherever the hell people like me settle down, let's just use California, okay? Trans people are moving here day by day from other states. They're moving here, and we're going to be taking over that state soon. So to all you Mexicans out there who want to continue being bigoted and you don't want to accept us, you don't want to just turn the other cheek when we're not doing anything to you. You know, to all of you, you're going to be seeing a takeover because people have had enough of your bullshit too. That's my message to the majority of Mexicans, Americanized or not. I don't care. Anybody bad is who I'm going after. Anybody bad. That's right, who cares? It's right. Why do they want to tell me? It's like they're almost as bad as the women Karens out there who try to tell me to use the men's room. I'm pretty sure his mother was probably that way. They'd have to be, totally. Has to be the spitting image of his mom who probably thinks the same way. Because that's who's raising these kids. That's who's raising them. I'm going to tell you something right now, right? And you're not going to hear many people say this. I wish more Asians would come into the picture and take these Mexicans and bring them into their own. And bring them into the Asian race and teach them the Asian ways. That would be a lot better than what we're seeing right now. I'll tell you that right now. Because actually, there was actually something I read where a Vietnamese girl came up to someone who identified as Mexican, but the Vietnamese girl tried telling her, "You're one of us. You're Vietnamese, I can tell. I know one of my own when I see them." Even though this person was raised in Mexico. So I think Asians should start coming in and taking these people and raising them. That's what I think they should actually do. This whole Mexican thing has caused confusion with so many people. They're just a bunch of confused mutts, it seems like. And they're very bigoted too. And confused. And this is how they're living life when they're migrating over here. Leave it to certain people. But get rid of certain people. And either get rid of them or either bring them in or have them be part of the Asian race or something. Being taught their ways. Alright. I guess I will add a moderator, Jay Cordova. Based is a word that the alt-right uses. I know that. Right. But I'm forced to. Do you realize that's what they do to me? They force me to talk like this. I don't want to. They force me to do this. Okay? I'm only hopping on things because things keep happening. And I always have to read into why they're happening. Because I always like to get to the bottom of why the bullshit never stops and why it keeps continuing the way it continues. And why other people's bigotry has to keep continuing and going on and on and on and on and not stopping. I don't want to do this at all. Trust me. I don't want to do this. Maybe there is. Alright, cheeky boy. But I'm about to end this. I'm getting tired, and my phone power only goes so far. So, many of them are classless, yeah. I mean, in my direction, although not hitting me, spitting in my direction is somehow a good immigrant. These people don't deserve to be trashed and called any name in the book, including spick. You kidding me? You fucking kidding me right now? Why would I go to the desert? I hate the desert. Why the hell would I go to the desert? I hate the weather in the desert. I hate the weather there. I'm possibly going back. No, I'm not going to go to Omaha. What streams were amazing? What's any more amazing there than it is over here? Why is it so amazing over there and not anywhere else that I went? Just don't try to tell me to go somewhere that I don't intend on going to again. I've already did it. It's done. There's no going back to places like that. I did it. It's done. I tell people several times I tried to live a normal life, but I was stopped from doing so. I chose Omaha to attempt to live a normal life, but I got stopped. So what other choice do I have right now? None. None. Roger Brown reacts. What the fuck do you want? I'm trying to end my live stream right now, asshole. Good, kick him. Get him the fuck out of here. That one is a total loser. Loser. Thank you, D-Boss. $10 from D-Boss. Right in Roger Brown's face right there. $10. You want to disrupt the stream as it's going to end? Well, that's what you got. Yeah, the desert is not fun. I'll tell you right now, it's too hot to do anything. It's too friggin' hot to do anything. And it's even been hotter where I am lately, too. For Christ's sakes. He's sick, isn't he? That person's no ladies' man at all. That person will make a woman puke. Literally. They'll literally fucking make a woman puke. Total. Big time. Other guys will make puke also. Not just women. This guy's bed sheets, I hear, have crazy shit all over them. All kinds of cum on them. And fucking dirt. And they've never been washed in like 5 years or something. Roger Brown's bed sheets haven't been washed in 5 years. They got cum stains in them. They have all kinds of bacteria. Ugh. Just thinking about it. Ugh. Oh my God. Ugh. Yeah, very well. Looks dirty, acts dirty, stinky, stinky brown. Yeah, trying to get his nose into every fucking thing. Yeah. I don't know Ranger Gatesman. Don't know who that is. But yeah, imagine that today. I could have gotten a fight with 2 people, potentially 3, but the third one was smart. Do I have a Planet Fitness membership? No. No, I don't. I'm too lazy to get one, too. Probably gonna wait till Monday till I can take care of certain things here. Right over home. Maggot, what do you mean? Right over Holland by. What maggot? 40 views right now. California is different in different parts. Yeah, Sacramento's a world of difference from Southern California. I know that. It is. It's all different. And then the way northern part is like where you don't want to be. I know that for a fact. Like out by Weed and places like that. Humboldt County. Yeah. But it is. It's different in different parts. That's exactly right. It's like 5 different states in one. Maybe 6. It's like 6 states in one. Technically, it is 6 states. So technically, if you struck out of the Sacramento area and you did 3 and done, it doesn't even apply to Southern California, really. I don't think. I don't think it does. I think it's like a new state when you come here. You're on strike 1, you know, because it's still a different state from the Sacramento state, you know. I thought it was going to rain today, actually. There's a few drops. That's it. Just a few drops. I mean, it gets cool in the nighttime here usually, but it's been hotter in the day more lately, like today especially. God, this heat wave's real. I can't imagine. I'm not in Vegas anymore. I left, D-Boss. I left Las Vegas. I'm not there anymore. As of 2 weeks now, I've left. And it's hot as hell over there right now. Glad I friggin' did. Palm Springs I left also. But again, this is a live stream. I'm going to shut it down. Figured I'd make this video because I have to speak my mind on things that happen. And that's all there is to it. That's right, folks. I mean, because they're hurting, always take the high road and let them rot in their own misery. Eventually I will. But not till I get my digs in first. Eddie Karaoke streams playing. I don't know, dude. I don't friggin' know, alright? Probably not. Now, good night. About to go. I really want to go, and you're not letting me go right now. Oh, something else was funny. My godfather had 2 kids, okay? I'll tell you a little story. He's Italian, but the mother was Guatemalan on both of them, but there were 2 different mothers for 2 different kids, okay? And I know especially both of them got in trouble in some way, okay? But especially one of them. His youngest son ended up getting a criminal record. I think by the time he was in his 20s or something. So there's this little kid. He seems like he's nice, maybe. But it just shows. Sometimes you can even be Americanized and you can have that DNA in you and you could still become a criminal. Even though you're Americanized. And this was in New England, too. And this kid was half Guatemalan and half Italian. And both of them ended up screwing their lives up. It's actually so weird. And one of them's definitely behind bars right now. So this is another note I figure I would put in here. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go. Bye.